Flowsheets combine patient data from many sources into a single time-oriented flowsheet. These panels are oriented towards systemic evaluation, condition monitoring, differential diagnosis, and intensive care monitoring. The Flowsheet tab is always active regardless of what data might exist. Protocols are also included in this tab and are used to review, update, and monitor a patient's health condition or wellness over time. The Flowsheet tab of the patient chart assists with the health management of your patient. Within the Flowsheet section, relevant patient data is tracked over time. Within the Protocols section, you can track preventative care, immunizations, medical problems, conditions, and medications. Let's take a closer look at the Flowsheets tab. First, let's click the arrow to bring our Flowsheet tab to full view, enabling us to see more data. We'll bring you into the data specific for the selected visit. Visits will bring you back to all visits. To exit the full screen mode, select the Close button. To view a different flowsheet, also known as a clinical panel, select the appropriate flowsheet in the Viewing column. The list of flowsheets available for your user display. If needed, you can launch to the Critical Care desktop in the Acute setting from this menu. Additionally, you may access your flowsheet by selecting My Flowsheet. My Flowsheet is a customizable flowsheet, allowing you to modify the display of the data you want to see. You can edit the data that displays by selecting the gear icon and selecting Edit My Flowsheet. This brings the My Flowsheet overlay. This allows you to add various data items. To add an item, begin typing the data you're looking for. In this example, height and weight. A list of data options matching the information you entered will appear. Select the desired item and select Save. The newly added item will appear in the flowsheet view. Selecting the gear icon once more provides you with the option to further edit your flowsheet, save your flowsheet changes, restore to the previous saved state, as well as restore to the system default settings. Let's look at how to sort your flowsheet by problem. First, select All Visits Most Recent. Select Problem. A list of problems the patient has been seen for appears, with the correlating number of visits the patient has been seen for that problem. Selecting the desired problem or problems will update the sort for the flowsheet to review the data for the selected visits. Now let's look at the protocol feature for this tab. If no protocols have been initiated for the patient and your facility enabled the use of the wellness protocol, you will be presented with the Add Protocol screen. Clicking Save will apply the protocol to the patient. Otherwise, you will be asked to add condition-specific protocols at the time when you add the problem to the patient's problem list. Right now, as we mentioned before, we're viewing this protocol in an overview display. If we select the bolded overview, we'll see our other options. We can sort the display of the protocol to view items that are next due, displaying those items that are overdue or coming up for this patient. We can view the patient's data in a flowsheet format, bringing us back to the flowsheet for the visits tied to the problem. Or we can look at the protocol items that have been inactivated or completed for this patient. A benefit to this protocol screen is that you can review the most recent results for the patient directly on this screen. Lab results display with the appropriate abnormal indicators. Also, you can select the value and trend the prior values directly from this routine. In addition, you can order directly from this routine. Those lab and imaging items with bolded font in the Next Due column are available to be queued up directly from this list, allowing you to keep on top of those tests and procedures your patient needs at the right schedule. Now, let's take a look at the History and Problems tab.